Oh, that's interesting. Hello, what is going on, Rail fans? We are here live in Port Salerno? Yeah, I think we're in Port Salerno, Florida today. Trying to catch the FEC Christmas train, so now we wait for the Christmas train. See if we can get it. We have two approaches on the east and west main. One is a restricting, Warren County. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for stopping by. Unfortunately, it appears the train's going to be coming right from the sun, so really don't know what to do. Oh, got something here. Quick train early. And there we go, first catch. Happened to the audio quality. Nothing should have happened. I hope stream isn't doing bad. It was the first bright line, yes. Yes, Railfanning of Georgia State. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Hewley. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for stopping by. Quick train today. Audio quality sounds a bit watery. Interesting. That shouldn't be. I don't really know what to do. Yeah, I'm listening to it right now. I mean, that is weird. I mean, I don't know why that's. What I call my cordial break. Nice. Always wanted to visit that area. Hope your trips are going well up there, man. I have to shoot right into the sun today because there's no other shot to get. If I want a good shot of this Christmas train, unfortunately, so. I'm going to investigate what's with the audio. Yeah, I don't really know why there is an issue. I'm using the same device I always do. It's a little frustrating. Maybe poor service. Well, I've never had that issue. That's the problem. I've never had that issue. Usually it's just stuttery, not audio quality shouldn't be down. Usually it's just stuttery. So let me go ahead and I'll do something here real quick. Let me see if that'll fix it. Maybe that did something. I don't know. I just may have tried to fix it. If you had a little bit of a mute, that was me. I did that on purpose. I'm not far from Cordial. About an hour drive north. Oh, nice. So yeah, just take the I-75 south. Nice, nice. But yeah, like I said, I can't imagine what the issue is. I mean, if it is service, that's a new one. As I've never had that as an issue before. So. But yeah, there goes a northbound bright line. Northbounds have a good shot here. Southbounds I have a decent shot. There's just one tree that's going to be an issue. I could say I'm a foamer because I should see in 1972 for the first time. You're using a cheap device. Well, this is definitely not cheap, man. I've not only have I never used this. Not only has this issue never happened before, this thing probably cost me over $300-400. So it's something like this. It's something like this is costing $300-400, and that's the audio quality. Then maybe I give up here. I use a hand-me-down iPhone for Railfanning. I have a older one that I use for streaming, but I use my newer one for recording. I capture emergency alerts and it came from Walmart. I mean, a bunch of phones come from Walmart now. I think Walmart sells all the Apple products and stuff like that. Oh, but has good camera quality. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm using. It's one of those you use a cheap Android. I got you. Yeah, I'm using iPhone. I'm using Apple products. So for quality, I know they have a good reputation, decent reputation that is. So yeah, we're hunting for the Santa train here. That's the goal for today. I just hope the audio somehow fixes itself. All right, I think I'm gonna go now. Have a great day. Keep watching trains. All right, take care, Warren County. Take it easy, man. These photos go all the way back to the good area. Yeah. Let's sit a train Pompano. I saw that. Yeah. I saw that you had got that. We're waiting it here in. This is Port Salerno, technically. Just in the town. Excuse me. Just in the town limits of Port Salerno. Unfortunately, there really is. Unfortunately, with the Santa train right now, just at the time where we should be seeing it, it's gonna be right in the sun. So I'm used to. Last time I saw it, it was a southbound train, and it was more during midday and evening, so I was able to get a nice shot of it going over the Stewart Drawbridge, over the St. Lucie River. But now it's a northbound coming about early morning or about mid morning. Might be an issue. That's the gears, yeah. Other nostalgic stuff. Eh, I never watched that stuff. That stuff was never nostalgic for me. I like to run south too because my area at night I'd see it all, with all the lights on. Yeah. If I don't get a good shot of this, I can use my shot of the CSX Santa train. I don't think that shot was too bad. Except my camera fogged up like the last possible second before I started recording. It didn't fog up completely. It was just a little bit there, but it's somewhat noticeable. And for someone like, I don't think a lot of people mind it, but for someone like me, it annoys me a little. As I could have had a great shot of it, and then I took a gamble and lost on the side of the next Christmas train. When the Christmas train came back north, this is when I was in Folkestone. When the Christmas train came back north, I believe that video is uploaded. It's all backlit. It's very, very horribly backlit. So, like, I was shooting right into the sun. So, very unfortunate there. The shot wasn't awful by any means, but you could see the rays, and the rays just. It was a little frustrating because every time I caught something good, every time like something like that came or a YN2 came, it always ended up being a bad shot. But I did catch the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Heritage Unit, and I got a really good shot of that. That came more near the evening. It was DPUing on M603 maybe. I'd have to look back at my log. Now I see why I became a rail fan. A lot of trains in my childhood. Yeah, there you go. That'll do it for you. I watched Steam Trains galore when I was a little rail fan. It's perfect. Yeah, I do remember watching Mike Armstrong a lot. Well, for being in Florida in December, you definitely can't tell. It is, to be fair, we are right in the sun, but it is a scorcher today. Not a scorcher, but very hot out. But for us, it's just another classic Florida day. I see it's something on a CS6 EB648, an old CP ES44AC. In the train, and a YN3, and a YN2, and a YN3B, and CP ES44AH. Nice. I caught a YN2 on there too. Yeah, I caught a. I mean, it's a little rare. It's rare nowadays. But I caught a YN2 doubleheader. I was caught on the right side of, and it was meeting another manifest. I was on the right side of the track for the meet, but the wrong side for the sun. So it was. So I kind of got unlucky there. Last bright line passed Pompano about 20 minutes ago after the Santa train did. Okay, so I may have just seen that bright line. What color was it, Healy? When I need to catch that CP, yeah. We don't get foreign power down here on this line, unfortunately. 40 East Coast almost never has foreign power anymore. We used to have a lot of NS run through power, but that was way back when the brick used to run here, before I even started railfanning this line. Yeah, bright green. Okay, so that was it. So most likely the next train will be the Santa train. So yeah, I kind of knew coming into today was going to be a quick stream. I got 4 bright lines. Oh, interesting. But then again, you were in between the West Palm Beach, so the trains there were still hourly. So I could get a southbound. And I think I will because the signals behind me, there's a signal set behind me. They're off. As you know, most of the FEC signals, if not all of them, are approach lit. Right now they're dark. So I believe we should have a southbound first. Then we'll get a northbound. Then we'll get the Santa train. I've seen a YN2 do a lone engine move twice. So the same exact locomotive. Nice. It's southbound. My line is still at Cocoa. Not sure if any FECs are about. Well, we know the Christmas train's about. Don't know if anybody heard that. I kind of went off stream there to check some settings. We know the Christmas train's about, so we'll catch that. And the next southbound's at Cocoa, so that's a little unfortunate. So I must have just missed a southbound then. Because that takes, what, about 2 hours to get down here? That's about the time they run now, so. So yeah, if I had to guesstimate, I'd say anywhere between 10 and 10:30 is when the Santa train should come. And if we're lucky, we could catch an FEC local or an FEC freighter. Maybe a late 103 or 101. I can't remember which one comes through here. One of them stops at one of them stops at Fort Pierce, and the other one runs through here. It's either FEC 101 or FEC 103. I get that simple confused. Remember last Cordial trip, I saw a signal that was red for CSX and looked again at the yellow and hit a horn. It was CSX M210 YN3B and a YN2 pair, CM44CW and AC44CW duo. Nice. Yeah, I've had that happen to me actually. When I was last in Folkestone, I remember just setting up the tracks. I heard a southbound. Watched the southbound clear. It was on track 1. Then on track 2, I look over at that. Then I watch the train, run past the curve. If you've been to Folkestone, you know what I mean. If you haven't, trains run south. They go past like a curve. It curves down by like a mile, half mile down the line. So I watched it, curve, go out of my frame of vision. And then I turn around and I see it has a high clear. Turn around again to that bend I just mentioned, and then I see its headlights around in the corner. So, sometimes you get lucky like that. 103 terminates at Fort Pierce. All right, so it's 103 that terminates. I got 101 through Pompano at 8:15. All right, so 101's already gone. 109 past West Palm Beach at 6:50, but I never saw it. Okay. Well, 109, that's obviously a southbound. 109, yeah, that doesn't surprise me that it passed. I know last night 105 had one of the champion schemes, one of the champion Givos still on it. So Santa Train's still in West Palm Beach. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, it's probably going to leave at 10, which means we're probably going to catch it at around 10:30. It's not that far. That's not that much of a drive up the road for the Santa Train, especially if they're going all out. I can't imagine it going slow, especially on this main line. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, well, actually, we just got an approach. Signals just slipped on behind me. So I believe it's going to leave West Palm Beach very soon, Hewley. We have a restricting approach on the west main. So for us, that's the far track. And we have an approach on the east main. For us, that's the close track. So yeah, let me see if I can point it out here. This right here, that's the west main. This right here, that's the east main. FEC doesn't do it in numbers for whatever reason. They do it in east and west. Don't ask me. I don't know either. So I'd say we got the Christmas train running here soon. So that's pretty nice. We got an extra bright line along with the Christmas train. I'd like to see it. Doesn't look like we'll be catching any southbounds unless we maybe get lucky with a local or something. Which is possible. Although there are 2 approaches signaling that they're giving clearance for northbounds only, no southbounds. But I think that signal, when it activated, defaults to approaches. So those signals up there are automatic signals, so they'll usually default to approach. If one turns red or green, then that's a good sign. To approach, usually nothing. Well, one of them only is approach. The other one's restricting approach. And last time when it was restricting approach, that's the track the train took. And then there was a train on that track. Only when this crossing activated, that's when it turned into a high green. So I don't believe we're gonna get much warning that he's close than the crossing activating again. But yeah, that would not surprise me. So yeah, so the Santa train's most likely going to be on the far track. If I had to take a guess, I just wish Florida East Coast would do track one, track two, but I guess we can. We can do it how CSX does it. Northbound right hand running would be track one, and southbound right hand running would be track two. So the close track would be track one, far track would be track two. Yeah, so far we have a restricted approach on one, a restricted approach on the west, and on the east we just have an approach. So mostly, yeah, like you said, we have nothing on the east main, but the west main we might have something. As it's different than just the regular approach. I hope the camera quality, or not the camera quality seemed fine, but I mean, behind us is a roundabout, so if you hear a lot of honking, just know people don't know how to use a roundabout. Um, but I hope the mic quality improved itself. Like I said, I really don't know what's causing that. I've never had that issue before. Someone suggested it could be cell service. I'm inclined to agree. But I don't know. Oh, this is cool. Hold on. You got the Christmas truck here. Also, here's the crossing I was talking about. This is what's behind us. This is so if you're crossing lights, this is it. We do get it is a horn zone, so actually doesn't look like too bad of a shot if I can catch southbound. And right now, we're just kind of hoping for some action. Hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky with a local. Maybe we'll get lucky with a out of service bright line. Because from what I've heard, action hasn't changed too much. Now, yes, a lot of the in-service trains, there's not too many out-of-service trains, but if you're lucky, you'll catch a lot of hourly Brightline action. But a lot of them are just out of service, so it just depends. Stewart Bridge is up. All right, so yeah, Christmas train's probably not making its way down, but it could be up for its hourly. Um, uh, like I don't know if anybody knows this, but Brightline is in a legal agreement right now that their bridge must be up for 15 minutes every hour. Morning, hello Graham Track. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been okay. We have one catch, waiting on a little bit more. We're waiting for the FEC Santa train, or the Christmas train, or whatever you want to call it. The Toys for Tots Express. There we go. Oh, the Xmas train. Yeah, the Christmas train. Yeah, yeah. I got the CP one last week. Nice. Yeah, I know. There's the Canadian Pacific one. There's the CSX one, and the FEC one. I don't know how many other people made it. Minus like short line tourist railroads. I don't know how many other people do Santa trains. Something I want to keep tabs with is if U.S. Sugar's going to do their Polar Express train. If they do, I might want to hop on the bandwagon for that one. See if I can make some catches. But I don't know. Might get in the way of a few things, so I don't know if I will. I've never really actually chased a train before. I've accidentally chased trains multiple times, but genuinely chased it, I don't think I ever have. Hello, Brian Rock Rail fan. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been all right. Only have one catch today. Went on a little bit more. But yeah, today's only going to be a quick stream. Tomorrow I might stream. If I do, it'll also be quick. Monday most likely will not be streaming, but I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, tomorrow I most likely won't be streaming either, but if I'm bored enough, I will. I just haven't been Railfanning as much as I would like to. Definitely gonna try and make a change at that. This hobby can be fun. It can also be very frustrating. Especially on a oh, there's a nice classic car right there. Especially on a line like this, where if you don't time it right, you're missing the action. Morning, hello Orlando Railfan Productions. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been all right. We only have ourselves one catch. Waiting on some more. We caught a northbound bright line. Now we're waiting on the Christmas train. Supposedly would be the next train. If not, maybe FEC line to local or an out of service bright line. That I'm not sure. To all the new people, we do have signal indication. Keep in mind these are approach lit or arc lit, so if it just says approach, they default to an approach. So as I learned, if it's just an approach, it means nothing. But we do have a restriction approach on the far track, which would be the west main. So I believe that means that the next train is going to be coming on the west main. Probably on the east main, which would be our close track. That's the last train. That's the track the last train took. That was the northbound bright line. I was gonna have to Deerfield for the Santa train, but there was a bright line everywhere, so I just stuck at Pompano to not miss anything. Not miss any. Nice, smart. Yeah, Brightline's a lot busier down there. The audio is kind of messed up today. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So I guess it didn't fix. Nothing I can do. I wish there was something I can do. Oh, ATSF Railroader. Hello, ATSF Railroader. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been all right. We only have ourselves one catch, waiting on some more. Oh crap! I'm using an extra account. But yeah, like I was saying, the audio quality. I'll be back. There's nothing much I can do. My hands are really tied here. It's never usually like this. I've never had this problem. I don't think it's the device, but if it is, then I'm gonna need a new one. Santa Fe Railroader. That's better. Yeah, welcome back to the stream, man. Didn't miss anything. But yeah, we have ourselves one bright line, so that's not bad. But of course, we want more. Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky with an out of service bright line. Just got a little horn salute from a UPS man. Truck 164 is leading 3 right now on the Chief. Mega rare. Nice. Oh, yeah, 164. I've seen that. I think I've only seen him once. I caught him out in West Palm Beach trailing second on, I think it was 98. Either 98 or 40. I'm pretty sure it was 98. That was a nice catch. I think that was earlier this year. Bye for now. All right, take care, Brian Rock, Rail fan. Thank you again for stopping by, man. Hello, Zachary. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. How is everyone? Doing pretty good, man. I'm trackside, so I can't complain. Hope you're doing the same. We have had a little bit of issues today, as you may be hearing. The audio quality is a little bit low, but other than that, everything's been fine. I'm trying to find a way to fix that. I'm not exactly sure how, but I'm not sure what the Santa train departure is, but should leave West Palm Beach at 10:30 or 11. I'd guess 11. Well, it has signal indication right now, so I think it left already. It arrived at 9. They wouldn't give signal indication if there was nothing running, you know? That or it's an out of service bright line or a freight, which I'll take both. If you see line stuff really, really early. Yeah, but I mean, they line stuff if it's going to run. If it's not going to run, then there's no way. The time it departs West Palm Beach is depending on how many people there are there. Yeah, that's true. Line up before a train shows up. I've seen 2 hours before a train shows up. That's true. But was the train moving at the time? If the train wasn't moving, then they wouldn't line it. That's the point I'm trying to make. They wouldn't line a train that's not moving. You feel me? They would line it while it's before when it starts moving. Right now, if it stopped, the crew wouldn't even be requesting signals right now. Because I can't Railfan today, and there's 164 double war bonnets on that symbol. A few H1s and Microsoft trained some local, all here in New Mexico. Ah, rough. Nice stuff. Fair point. Yeah. So either those signals are for him or for somebody else's that's running. I'm not saying that it's 100% for the Santa train, but I'm very certain this is for somebody that's running. Our signal's northbound to southbound. They're facing south for northbounds. So I think to answer your question, it's a northbound signal. It is a restricting approach on the west main, the far track, and an approach on the east main, the close track. I'm assuming FEC, when the light's flashing, that means restricted. I think. I'm not sure. I'd expect another bright line before the Santa train. Okay. Hey, I'll take that. I'll gladly take that. Yeah, more train action is always better. Let's do a Fort Pierce at 12:15. That's true. BLF 703 is already north and westbound. Oh, there we go. So it's going to be BLF 703. Hewley, I hate to ask, but do you know what that first train was? What that symbol was? This one was BLF 702. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, Hewley, you said that BLF 703 is already north of West Palm. Are you sure? Is BLF 703 a northbound or a southbound? That's my question. Have you ever Railfanned in Fort Pierce? No, I have not. That is a place I would like to go to, though. Because of the FEC Fort Pierce and US Sugar Interchange Yard. Northbound? You're sure it's a northbound? Okay. It's just kind of weird how they'd have an odd and even run north and south, but then again, I'm just used to FEC and CSX symbols. But I would like to railfan Fort Pierce. From what I heard, that's where the U.S. Sugar interchanges with the FEC. So I would like to see that. I have had thoughts about railfanning that, and I might do it with some other railfans that I know. But maybe. I mean, I don't know. That could be a spot I hit up soon. I don't know. I've been planning a Fort Pierce trip actually. Nice. Symbols are tied to the cruise, so they use the same symbol both directions. 703's crew is based in Miami, so it runs north to Orlando and back south later on with the same ID. Gotcha. Okay. So that's how Brightline works their symbols. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to predict them, basically. I'm just going to need somebody that memorizes the symbols. I don't memorize them yet. So we got BLF 702. The one coming up is going to be BLF 703. So they kind of work like term jobs. That's interesting. I did not know that. So I'm assuming 702 and 703, those two that just ran, those are in-service bright lines. Yeah, Brightline crews always finish the day where they start from. Nice. Correct. All right. I wonder how many out-of-service trains I can catch. Yeah, I wonder if we'll catch any out of service. That would be nice to see. Yeah, it's nice they get to sleep in their own bed every night. That's true. I like the freight crews. They're staying in hotels. When they reduced services, they moved some of the Orlando crews to West Palm Beach. Oh, nice. Yeah, does anybody know the cause of the Orlando service reduction? I heard it had something to do with crews. I thought it was something to do with the passengers, but I heard the actual reason was because of the crews. I'm not sure. There are crews based out of West Palm Beach. Well, I would assume so because that's the terminus for half the Brightline trains nowadays. They run south on the Florida locals. But yeah, does anybody? Oh, sorry guys, I just kicked. It actually made the camera look a lot better. Just kicked the stream. I have a knack for that for whatever reason. But yeah, does anybody know? Just going to attract commuters in South Florida. The Orlando trains longer. Okay, so it does. So it had something to do with equipment then. So they wanted more Miami commuter service, and it was equipment that was also the issue. There's the dark side of the schedule changes. Yeah, like less trains. But so they wanted more commuters, crews being moved, fewer Orlando trains, etc. Yeah. Um, so basically, it was what you call it. They wanted more commuters, and they ran out of they were low on equipment, so it had stuff to do with equipment. Gotcha. 5 new cars just got delivered a few days ago. Yeah, I heard about that. I doubt that's enough, but that's going to make some of the trains 10 car sets now. That, or they want to make the commuter trains 5 car sets. BLF 703 is also, which is the only train that runs to Orlando. Uses only 4 coaches. Oh, interesting. Okay. See, I thought all the 8 car service, all the 9 car ones were in service, and all the 4 car ones were out of service. So why would they make one 4 car specifically? That's just weird. Oh, maybe all those cars are going to go to 703. Maybe that's what those 5 cars are going to do. They're going to go to 703, and then more cars are going to come in. Okay, that's probably the prediction right there. Assume it's for the 5 cars commuter sets. Yeah, they're going to be added to make them 10 cars. That, or they're all 5 of them are going to get added specifically to this one train, and they're going to order another set of cars to make everybody 10 cars, just so this one train can catch up. Yeah, it's solely due to sets. Okay, so here's my question: once Brightline starts getting all the equipment, will they move back to hourly service? I think they will. If that's actually the reason, and if it's not because of ridership, I think they'll move back to hourly service once they get the equipment they need. I don't know. No plans to change the schedule again, but I do see it happening eventually. Yeah. Well, a lot of people saying, "Oh, there's nobody in the trains. I never see anybody in the trains." Are you looking in the trains? Because I'm seeing people in there. And of course, I saw somebody go. And I was talking about, oh yeah, we got an out of service train coming. Then someone walks by and goes, oh yeah, look at how nobody's in there. Brightline's a loss of money. I mean, while like seconds before it ran through, I was talking about, oh yeah, this next train, it's out of service. It hit a car up in let's say Cocoa or wherever it hit a car. People almost want Brightline to fail. No, they don't almost. They do. People want Brightline to fail. They don't like it. They blame it for all the accidents. I don't know how, but they blame Brightline for all the accidents. It's backwards logic, I know. And they don't like the no. I really don't understand. I guess it's maybe because more people, more building, media's paying to them as the bad guy. Yeah. Now, one thing I don't really like about Brightline is how a private company is taking lots of our tax dollars. I mean, here's the thing: they want to rebuild Stewart Bridge for, I think it's like 15, 20 times the price of what it would actually cost. And I can understand that if people don't like our money being wasted, because that is a waste of money. If we're spending, I think it's like $300 billion to redo the bridge or something like that, something really ridiculous. That I get. That is an argument I fully support. There needs to be something there. But wanting to eliminate the whole railroad is not how we fix that. In fact, the opposite. We need to tell them, all right, here's the budget, here's what you got. This is actually what it costs. We're not going to fund anything more than that. How much should it cost? Definitely not $300 billion. For a bridge like that, I'd say maybe $150 million max. I'm pretty sure they either quoted it at, I can't remember if it was billion or million, but they were quoted it at some ridiculous price. Are you a bridge expert? No, I'm a funds expert, and I know for a fact that bridge would not cost $300 billion, let alone $300 million, excuse me, let alone $300 billion if they were quoting at billion. $300 billion? Yeah, no way. Yeah. I'm sorry, but there's no way. I guarantee you, 295 billion of those dollars were going right into someone's pocket. You know, I guess so. Yeah. And 4 billion were going in somebody else's. You know. So yeah, I don't buy. I didn't buy that price. I did not buy it. Let alone, I really don't see the problem. For me, if it's an hour, if you're running hourly trains, just schedule the trains around the bridge. You know. And I understand some of the other arguments that Brightline brings up. Well, Brightline's not the only one that uses this track. FEC uses this track, and to that I understand. That's a great argument. During the PM hours between 6 to 8, there are like 4 or 5 freight trains that use that line. Well, it's actually more like 4. No, it can be 5. You have FEC 912, FEC, or maybe not 912, some FEC local. You have FEC 950, the turn job, FEC 105, and FEC 191. You have to sandwich that in between 4 bright lines if this was hourly. That I understand. And it's because of the law that that the bridge must be raised. To that I answer this. I think they should rewrite the law to give them 2 hours out of every day where the bridge can disobey the 15-minute schedule and stay down as long as they need to run the trains, and then it will stay open. And then so let's say for the hour of 6 o'clock, it can stay closed for that entire hour. But for the hour of 7 o'clock, it must be open 15 minutes. I think that's the only way they can get around that without wasting millions of our tax dollars, let alone billions. Drawbridge at Fort Lauderdale also had similar concerns. Yeah, but that's double track now. They need to add a second track to it. You see, I don't think so. I think they can get around with one track with really no issues. They've done it before. They've been doing it for years. Okay, we have a high clear on the far track right now, by the way. We have a high clear on the West Main, so allegedly that's BLF 702 or 703, excuse me. Just to keep it open longer. Yeah. On redoing the Fort Lauderdale Bridge too. Stewart Bridge is down. That makes sense. Up here in Sunrail's down. Need to raise them when they need to. Yeah. Yeah, the same thing. Let's go to Fort Madison. Fort Madison Bridge. That's down all the time. That's connected to the rail line all the time. It's only open when it needs to. But we also got to remember, that's not commercial use. Or, no. That's not a public use. That's commercial use. That waterway is used for freights, for freight liners. The Stewart Drawbridge is used for the public. It's used for fishermen or college kids trying to go out just to have a good time or who knows what, or a party, you know? That's what the Stewart Drawbridge is used for. So that's why they argue to have it open. In that I agree. On the tri-rail, I don't know. Last time I went up was, yeah. Yeah, Stewart doesn't use it for freight. It's used for people. It's used for fun, for like yachts and for like yachts and boats, not ships, if you know what I mean. So that's why a lot of people, that's why they needed to make this rule, because lots of tourists like using the bridge. And what's Florida's number one revenue maker? That's right, tourists. Oh, the Santa train's running as BIZN06. Thank you. Who in the world came up with? Oh wait, is today the 6th? Oh yeah, today's the 6th. Who in the world came up with that symbol? They just smashed their hand on the keyboard and were like, okay, yep, that works. And then the 06 is the date, of course. They call it the Bits train on the radio. Interesting. Oh, BIZ as in business, probably. So it's the business train, 06. Business North 06. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Santa train, business train, biz train, all the same thing. Yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, Effie's. But yeah, that's the issue with the Stewart Bridge. I feel like if they put that little clause in there to where it can be closed for 1 hour throughout an hour, just so they can keep the trains running, to me, I think that's the best way. It saves our tax dollars. Plus, it really doesn't prevent much. Now, I understand 6 o'clock at night is prime hour. Oh, train time. We'll talk about this later. This should be a northbound bright line, so be sure to wait, chat. Let's go. It's the new rap. Yeah, it's the new Geico rap. I've been waiting for that. 'Cause for that. 'Cause 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 One of the oh, there's 3 Geico wraps? Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. Still got an approach on the close track though. There's 3? Yeah, I didn't even know there was 3. Let's go. Yeah, I thought there was only 1. Bright pink 1, bright pink 2, bright orange 2. All have them. That one was pink too. So do all the wraps look the same or do all the wraps look different? So yeah, there's catch number 2 today. Not bad. Geico ones are all the same. Okay, so I'm not missing anything then. I don't know if each wrap had like a unique design. Let's go. I caught the Geico wrap. That's something I always like to do. I like to catch all the Brightline wraps. I wish Brightline had more sponsored wraps. It's like just don't block the windows like they did with the old wraps. Don't block out like the windows. You can't blame Brightline too much. They were only learning, and as soon as there was a bit of an outcry about it, they fixed it. So give them credit where credit's due. Oh, there's a new Kissimmee wrap on the Brightline orange one as well. Nice. That's why I only knew of 1. Yeah, I only thought there was 1 too. They're all the same. Nice to see Geico and Kissimmee supporting the Brightline trains. That one's running the South Florida local. Unfortunately, that's unfortunate. You'd think that one would be tied only to the Orlando services if it's sponsoring Kissimmee. Yeah, they're sponsored by Visit Kissimmee, but it doesn't go up to Kissimmee. Signals are off behind me, by the way. Yeah, somebody didn't think that one through, in my opinion. You think the Visit Kissimmee would actually go up there, but I guess not. Does the Visit Kissimmee does it look any different than the old wrap, or is it the same big bold wrap? I think there's another wrap out there. So there's Geico. Does the Palm Beaches still have that wrap? Brightline Station in Orlando is at least 10 miles from Kissimmee. I've only sometimes runs to Orlando. Yeah, but I mean going out to Orlando is a hell of a lot closer than going down to between Miami and Orlando. So, or Miami, not Orlando, Miami and West Palm. Kind of similar. It's a bit more orange on the last Kissimmee wrap, and it doesn't block the windows. Yeah, there you go. Is that one a 4-car wrap? Hewley, is the new Kissimmee Big Bold? Is that 4 cars or is that 9 cars? I'm assuming 4. 4-car set. Yes. All right. Well, I was expecting today to be quite extreme. Yeah, I was expecting today to be a quick stream, but we are officially now an hour in. So, hour in, 2 trains. Okay. Did the train pass? Nope, not yet. Well, a train did, yes, Zachary, but not the Christmas train. BLF 703 just passed. That's the Geico wrap. One of the 3 Geico wraps. I believe it was pink 1. Pink set 1 or 2. One of the pink sets. I don't remember. And the signals have just turned on behind me. It's now showing a restricted approach on the close track, the East Main. So that one is most likely for the Santa train. I'll be shocked if we have another northbound Brightline. So yeah, Northern Railfans on the FEC. If you want to catch the Christmas train, go out now. You might be able to catch some Brightline action too. One of them, I believe, was bright green, and then the Geico. I might have to move the camera here. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. For fear of overheating, we're going to move over to a more shaded spot. Right here. Santa train? Not yet. Yeah, no Santa train. Yeah, he has not passed yet. But we have got a couple bright lines, though, which I will gladly take. I don't know if anybody knows, I was out the other day. I sat out I was driving over the tracks. I missed a bright line by 10, 15 seconds. I was watching it drive by as I pulled up on my car. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Pull out of the car, wait there for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Didn't catch a single thing. So then I went and got dinner at like a spot right next to the tracks. Didn't see anything run by either, and just decided to pack up and go home. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, so we're starting off Trains of December off strong. Trains of November will be out in a few hours, so be sure to be ready for that one. I'm unsure of the power, but I think it's 421 leading solo for the Santa train. It's 431, 421. Yeah, I know it's a doubleheader. Yeah, I was kind of hoping one of the special units would be leading, but it appears to not. When it did its Miami stop, it was only 421. Interesting, I didn't know that. They ran it back to Hialeah last night. All right. Speaking of Hialeah, I don't know what makes me remind me of this, but dude, I gotta do some tri-rail fanning, man. Wait. Next Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next Saturday, is that the day the what you call it? Is that when the Deerfield model train stop is open? Yes, it is. Okay. You answered my question before I even asked it. Thank you. I know what you were about to say. Thank you. All right. You might see me down there. I don't know. And then after that, I'm gonna probably stay long enough, and then I'm probably gonna take the train back up north to West Palm Beach, and then I might stream for the Amtrak's up in West Palm at the tri-rail station. That sounds like a plan. I think that sounds like a plan. I might. Oh, I might. I also might not though. Oh, that could be interesting. Because that would kind of be like an all-day thing. I'll give it a shot. See what I can do. So yeah, I would most likely drive my car down to West Palm Beach, take the Tri-Rail train from West Palm Beach to Deerfield. I'll catch the morning Amtrak at West Palm, take the train from West Palm to Deerfield, catch a bunch of the trains, and then take Tri-Rail back up to West Palm, and then see if I can catch the Amtraks up there. I'll catch one of the Amtraks at Deerfield and 3 of them up at West Palm. That's the goal. Along with a bunch of other Tri-Rail action and maybe some freight action. If we're lucky, I could catch. Sounds like a good day, yeah. And I'll catch all of the model trains too. You don't have to pay to go in there, right? That's a to just look around and watch the model trains. That's oh, whoops! I didn't mean to get my hand in front of the camera there. That's you can walk in there for free, right? I don't remember. I haven't been there in so long. I'm gonna have for a little bit. All right, take it easy, Orlando Railfan Productions. Thank you again for stopping by. Free, but they encourage donations. Gotcha. Thank you. So yeah, a lot of them couldn't hear from the traffic behind me. This is a very busy intersection. Still a restricted approach on the close track, the East Main. Just fixing the camera out here for you guys. Not exactly even ground. Any trains yet? Hello, Chelsea System Railfan. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. We today's been okay. We've had ourselves a couple, but not the one we're waiting for. We're waiting for FEC uh, BIZN 06. If you don't know, that's the Santa train. So that's what we're waiting for. Uh, we believe that it has signal indication for it, but it could just be another train. I don't know. Stewart drawbridge is back up. Gotcha. Again, it could just be up for its mandated time, and then it'll go right back down. It's 10:50 run my time. You know what time the FEC Christmas train is going to pass? Not at all. It should be going soon. We have signal indication for something. So if it's not the Christmas train, it could just be another. It could be another either Brightline train or freight train, which I will happily take. More trains, the better. Southbound Brightline's at Fort Pierce. So okay, so whatever comes. All right, so we're gonna stay for the Christmas train, but if the Christmas train beats that, then we'll catch the south. Then we'll stay out for the southbound Brightline. But if the southbound Brightline comes first, then obviously we're gonna stay live for it. You know. Next northbound should almost certainly be the Santa train, unless of course if it's an FEC freighter. Could you imagine we catch a FEC ethanol train? I know they run. Not very common, but they could run. I feel like we'd know about that, though, to be fair. So the Santa train's most likely going to be highballing, as he's doing Fort Pierce in an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to assume he's left West Palm Beach by now. Actually, not exactly an hour and 15. Hour and 22 minutes. It's 10:53 right now. That's weird. Both signals are now a solid approach. They might be giving the Santa train an approach. If it comes on, if someone says that the Santa train's being halted and hit a vehicle, I'm gonna lose it. This is the Cove Road crossing. You should railfan the Salerno Road crossing sometimes live. Well, I have actually done that. If you want to go to my old stream, if you want to go to my stream tab, I actually have some old streams there. Yeah, I railfan there sometimes. Yes, this is Cove Road. This is the Cove Road crossing. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been all right. We have ourselves a couple trains waiting on some more here. But yes, I have actually railfan there. Well, a few times, and I do have I have streamed that. But yeah, I do. I would like to do the Salerno crossing live someday. I might even do it soon. Well, Brian Railfan, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a good morning. I definitely cannot complain. Definitely. Because I am trackside, so I definitely can't complain there. We should do the Savannah Railroad crossing in Fort Pierce. Is that the one where it meets the K line? The K branch for the FEC, where the one where the the U.S. Sugar line takes to interchange with the FEC? Is that crossing, or is that another crossing? Yeah, right now both signals have defaulted to approach. Yes, gotcha. Okay, all right. Yeah, right now both signals have defaulted to approach. So now we wait. So yeah, maybe you'll see me out there someday. Who knows? But for right now, we wait. Sorry, I thought I just heard a horn there. Sorry, I thought I just heard a horn there. For CSX approach means something within around 30 miles. FEC does the same. No, FEC does definitely not do the same. Hello, JTRP underscore YT. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been okay. We have ourselves a couple trains waiting on some more. The goal today is to catch the FEC Santa train. And it looks like that's potentially the next thing in line north. We are facing south, so trains coming at the camera would be considered northbounds. So that's what we believe is the next train. We've also been having some audio quality issues. I don't know if we can still tell that. Maybe the audio quality's fixed now. I'm not sure. But so yeah, now we wait. We also do have a southbound train on the way. Actually, tell them the activations that the mechanical bell is dead. Well, yeah, you can definitely tell because I didn't even know there was a mechanical bell on this crossing. To be fair, I never looked. Well, yeah, look at that. There is one. Yeah, I haven't heard it, so that is 1,000% dead. Good catch there. I made the 610 free in row scale sandbox. Nice. I don't even know what that is, but nice. I was gonna Railfanning with you sometime. Well, hey man, come down trackside. You'll definitely know when I stream, and I don't stream for short periods of time. Today was supposed to be short periods of time, but you know how trains work, so today ended up not being said short periods of time. So yeah, I usually stream for a while. I'll tell you if the stream's gonna be short, or if it's gonna be a. I'll tell you if the stream's gonna be short. So if I say short stream, it usually will be. Keyword usually. Long black train is huge possibility now in the game with proper loco. Oh, nice. Long black train. I don't know if anybody knows what that means. Anybody in here know what a long black train refers to? I guess nobody does. Refers to death. It means death in old Western culture. So hold on, got a little bug on my screen. Hold on, guys. There we go. I think I got rid of it. Yeah, long black train means death, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, the signals behind me, they just shut off. Of course. So that probably means the Santa train won't be coming for a while now. Has anybody got any updates on that? They should put the crossing on the stream, maybe. I don't know. I might. It's not a very good shot though because there's this one tree. There's this one tree right there. It's dead, but they leave it there, and it does not make the shot look that good. So if that one tree wasn't there, I would. Next time I come streaming, I'll take an axe to it and chop it down. Just got some honks right there. I don't know if anybody heard that. Dude, I've been getting horn shows, man. People love giving little horn shows when they come driving by. Brightline is waiting north of the bridge. Interesting. All right, should have a southbound Brightline here first then. Oh, the signal's just turned back on now. I don't even know why they turned off. I wonder if they'll display another indication once bridge is up. Interesting. I wonder if they'll display another indication once Brightline comes through the bridge. I'm assuming Brightline will be first. Bridge is probably going to lower soon, though. Yeah, FEC's doing the signals really weird now. Hello, Willie J. Railfan. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been okay. We've had ourselves a couple trains waiting on some more. The road just now got quiet for the first time all day today. And we're ready to catch some more trains here. Santa train's highest priority, so not sure what'll pass first. Well, I think what'll pass first is going to be whoever's closest to the bridge. I'm going to make the assumption that Brightline's going to pass first. Because, as you said, they're waiting for the bridge. So if they're right there, then I'm sure it'll pass first. I would assume passenger had priority over freight. I guess not. Well, no. This isn't a freight train though, Brian. This is the Santa train, or the business, the office car special. And realistically, passenger trains aren't high priority. They say that, but realistically. Hello, Norfolk Southern 3625. Welcome to the street. Thank you for stopping by. Action's been all right. We have ourselves a couple trains, waiting on some more. It's still the company's business train. That's true. Yeah, we got a red signal on the far track, so we have a northbound coming. Or, excuse me, a southbound coming. Another little horn show there. I love it when people drive by. I love that. That's just kind of funny. So we're most likely going to get a southbound here. It looks like that's going to be the first catch. It's going to be pretty funny if we get a meet. What's the temperature over here? Good question. I was actually just about to check. Let me check for you. It's a nice 77, feels like 81. So humidity's up today. Where I live, B725. Hold on. Bridge is still up? Interesting. Where I live, B725 has a KCS, and they don't run through where I live, and it's coming. That sounds unfortunate, man. Yeah, I'd like to get some KCS power. I never usually get that. You're lucky to have it warm. Here, it's really cold. Yeah. I guess it's give or take, though. I would like some coolness from time to time, not always hot, you know? So yeah, we should have something here soon. Allegedly, the bridge is still up, so it still might be a minute. But oh, look at this! There we go. There's the Christmas train, guys. It said Flagler Railway on it. Holy shit! Holy dude, this tripod is bad, bro. Yeah, I might need a new tripod. This thing cannot move. Bridge is going down. Interesting. It's good to see. Nicholas, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I was late. Hopefully I didn't miss anything besides missing some trains today. Only 2 bright lines have gone through. Waiting on some more. It looks like we're gonna have a bright line and the FEC Santa train. That's the goal. You see it? No, I don't, Healy. I'm relying on what you said. I'm gonna go check the signal indication right now. I'll be right back. The far track, the West Main, it's displaying a red right now. And the close track is displaying a approach. So that's the signal indication. We have a red, we have a not clear. I hate those loud cars. They completely interrupt my train of thought. But yeah, we have a red and a approach. So yeah, we should have ourselves a. See why I hate that? I mean, there's no need for that. So there could be something coming. Yes, there's definitely something coming. We have a southbound on the way. And I know we have a northbound, so just have to wait and see. Welcome back, Warren. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Could be lied for a northbound bright light. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure we're lying for a southbound, then the Santa train. So we're waiting on the Santa train. We're waiting on a northbound bright line. Northbound bright line departs West Palm in 2 minutes. Nice. How long till the train? No idea, man. Southbound Brightline crossing the bridge. Nice. So yeah. We could have one within 10, 15 minutes. Bright red? I don't know. Yeah, what went past the camera, Healy? What's the bright line we're waiting on here? Bright red 2, BLF 722. Thank you. All right, so yeah, we got BLF 722 on the way, bright red. Bright red, yes, the car set. That's the set. It's bright line, bright red car set. So that will be in the next train. Then most likely after him will be the Santa. Then I think we have BLF 7. I think it might be BLF 704. I'm not sure. But I think there's a bright line that might be coming up north. Might be leaving West Palm in 2 minutes, according to some sources. And if that's true, we'll wait for him and then call it a day. So that'll give us 5 trains. BLF 720 next northbound. All right, thank you. All right, 720 is the next northbound. 720. Hewley, how far away is he from West Palm Beach? Or did he already depart? It's at West Palm Beach Station now. All right, so we'll wait for him then. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like. Thank you for watching. Yes, Warren County ESA. Please do. Please listen to him. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Do you have any pets? Nope. Not at all. ESA. EAS, my bad. I'm so used to ESA. Down here in the great state of Florida, we call them ESAs. We call them emergency service alerts. We're over 100 minutes into the stream, so do with that what you will. I think gates are being activated down south. I can't tell. We'll find out here in a couple minutes. Yep. Train time, guys. Train time. I'm going to be quiet so I can record this. Here comes a southbound. Be sure to wave, chat. Be sure to wave. And there we go. Brightline, Florida, 722. Drawbridge still drowned. We got a high clear on the on the close track. So there we go. Should be for a BIZN 06. That was bright red. Clear signal equals foam. Yes, sir. If that's how you want to declare it, yes, sir. All right, so there's catch number 3 today. Let's go, BRB. All right. Well, if you don't make it back, thank you again for stopping by, man. I'm happy. I didn't expect to catch this many bright lines, so I'm excited. We should have the Santa train here soon. There's a bright pink car in the middle. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, nice little random bright pink car right there. Bridge still down, could pass at any moment. Yeah, we have a high clear, so we could be hearing the signals go off any second now. The far track just changed to an approach. Doubt that means anything, but just thought I'd mention it. So yeah, Santa train should be coming here soon. I'm excited, man. I'll tell you what. And then after that, we'll stay for the next bright line, then call it a day. Still a high clear. Still a high clear on the far track. Oh, here we go. Train time, train time. This could be it. Yes, sir. There we go. The Santa train. All right, we've been waiting for him. They have a tracker. Ho, ho, ho. That's perfect. Do they actually have a tracker? I didn't know that. That would be sick. That would actually be very smart. That would actually be pretty smart, Braden. But they do have a tracker. It's not accurate, but they have a tracker. Yeah, I didn't get a good shot of him, though, to be fair. Very backlit, so. Definitely will not be using his picture. Dang it, dude, I thought I blocked out the sun. That's unfortunate. That's actually genuinely frustrating. It came at a horrible time, too. So we're going to go ahead and pack it up here. Sorry, but we can't stay for that bright line. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream, whatever it may be. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.